Hello guys, welcome to SAT Practice Test 4 in the Happymath channel. We continue with the session 3 about the Test 4 official practice new SAT. Of course, we have no calculator using in this session. Question 1. We did the following expression equal to 0 for some value of x. We observe A, B, C and D option in here, and I saw that all of them have the absolute value. So when you got the absolute value of something, it mean the absolute value of absolute value cannot be negative value. It's only the greater than or equal to 0. So question B, question C and question D, we saw that some absolute value at 1 is mean I will add 1 to the both sides of this inequality. 0 plus 1 equal to 1. So that's why we have the left hand side of this inequality always greater than 1, so it cannot be equal to 0. That's for A. The absolute value minus 1 cannot be equal to 0. It means the absolute value will equal to 1. Okay, so A is my final answer. Question 2. F is equal to 3 over 2x plus b. In the function of b constant, if f6 equals to 7, what is the value of f minus 2? So in the function above, we don't know about b, and you have to use the given information in this one to solve and find b. Fx equal to 7 is mean x equal to 6 and f will be equal to 7. You got 7 equal to 3 over 2, 6 plus b. So here is 9 and b equal minus 2. So f of minus 2 is mean when x equal to minus 2 and plus b, and you know b about the minus 2 also, and it means you have here minus 3 and minus 2, and here is minus 5. So the final answer is A. Hello em. Anh chưa? Question 3. X over y equal to 6 and 4 times y plus 1 equal to x. So if x and y is the solution of the system equation above, what is the value of x? Okay, what is the value of y? From the first equation, I will rearrange for find x. Is mean here is 6y and 4y plus 4 equal to 6y and 2y equal to 4 and y equal to 2. So the final answer is A. Question 4. F is equal to minus 2 plus 5. What is the value of 3x? Okay, minus 3x. From x become to minus 3x, it means you multiple minus 3 to position of x. So when we have the position of x, I will change it become to 3x minus 3x plus 5. So 6x we have here and plus 5. Question B. The answer of B. Question 5. So what is the following is equivalent to the expression above? We have here is a fraction, and you can expand here and compare to the 4 options in here. So I will compare, I will multiple 3 and 2x plus 1 first because it's easy. And from 3 I change it become the 2 factor and time together 24 squared, 6x plus 1, 6x, 3, 4 plus 12, and 3, 1 plus 3. So C is final answer. Question 6. A minus B and B here corresponding. What is the following can be true? You can imagine this for quick. You have this ratio, and it means B will be corresponding to 7. So imagine that if we have 7 in this B and A is minus 7 equal to 3. So you can guess that A will be 10. So because A over B is 10 over 7, So that's why I will choose B is my final answer. While preparing to run the marathon, linear characters together which week distance longest every week, increasing a constant amount in the training schedule required. Longest in week 4 is the distance of the 8 mile. The longest run of the week 16 distance to 26 mile. What is the following best described here in this week 4 and week 16? And the question they talk about the distance run my each week, my each week, my every 3 weeks, and my each week. Okay, so make this graph. We have the week 4 to week 16, and the distance, the longest distance is 8 become to 26. So from here you have the 12 weeks, and from here you got 18 distance. So if you want to find the distance each week, I will take the distance divide by week. You have distance the 18 and you got week is 12. So here is 1.5 distance per week. Distance per week. So compared to the question A, cannot be the answer, cannot be. So D is my final answer. Question 8. Which is the following equation represent a line with parallel to the line with the equation? We know about the condition between the two parallel lines. I mean the gradient of L of line 1 have to be equal to gradient of L2. And of course, because it is the equation of linear equation, so the line always have the formula of mx plus c. Y equal to mx plus c. And from this one, the original function given by test, by question, you have that the gradient of 1 is minus 3. So I will find the gradient of the each option in A, B, C, and D. The first step is I have to rearrange for Y first, because the gradient always appear if we have changed from become to E equal to minus mx plus c. So we have the 2y, and you have this expression and divide both sides by 2. You have minus 3 here and 2. So the gradient of the line 2 is minus 3 equal to the first one. So A will be my final answer because A have the gradient of minus 3 and minus 3 equal to gradient of the first line. Question 9. We have this one and A equal to 2. What is the solution get of the equation above? Okay, you can solve this because we have the x minus 4 equal to the radical expression. So radical expression always greater than or equal to 0. So x minus 4 have to be greater than or equal to 0. It means x have to be greater than or equal to 4. So you got the pair of A you got 3. So 3x equal to 3, 3 minus 4 equal to minus 1. It cannot be final answer because the gradient cannot have the negative value. So A we cancel, B less than 4 cancel, C less than 4 cancel. So after that I have only D is my final answer. 10. What is the value of t from this expression? Yes, that's solve 10 over 1 and cross line will be equal t plus 5 times 1 equal to 10 t is minus 5. So t plus 5 equal to 10 t is minus 15. Change sign 10t 50. So t will be equal to 50 divided by 9. So D is my final answer. 11. How many order pair x and y satisfy the system equation so above? Had to solve this one, and yes, we have the system simultaneous equation. So you got x in here. I will substitute x into here. I mean 2 times x, it means 2 times 2y plus 5, 4y plus 10 minus 3, and 2y plus 5 plus 9, because here is x. And then I will expand here 4y plus 7, 2y plus 14, and expand hy squared plus 64y, 14y, and 7, 14 is mean 98. Y in here, so I change y become 2 here. 70 hy and then minus 1, so 77y plus 98. And then if I want to find the many solution of the quadratic equation, I will using the discriminant b squared minus 4ac. b squared is 77 minus 4a and c, and you have to care about the sign of this expression. It is greater than 0, equal 0, or less than 0. Okay, let's practice. 7 times 7, 9. You got 9, 2, 9, 6, 5. And 4 times 8, we have 32, 6, 1, 5, 1, and here 3, 1, 2. So this one is greater than this one, so the sign of the discriminant will be positive. That's why I will choose C, because when you have the question, this equation have two values of y, y1 and y2, it will be corresponding to x1 and x2, and the two value is available for choosing. Okay, so my final answer for this question is 2, C. Question 12. Ken and Paul each order sandwich at a restaurant. The price sandwich is $8. The price of the sandwich will be Paul is $1 more than the price of Ken, and you can split the cost of the sandwich evenly, and each pay 20% tip. We did the following represent amount in dollar each of them pay. Okay, so because Ken pay for $8, Paul is more than 1, and the total of them is 2x plus 1, and they have to pay more 20% for tip. So 20% is mean the original will be corresponding to the 100%. So when you increasing 20%, it will become to 120%. 120% will be equal to 1.2, so for shortened version. So I will have here is with the 1.2, because here is 20% of tip. I mean here is the total, the amount for both of them have to be paid, and you want to find each of them pay evenly. If you divide by 2, you will have here is 6. You can cancel. Here is 1.2 divided by 2. Here is 1, and here is 0.6, and expand here 0.6 times 2x. We got 1.2x plus 0.6. So the final answer is C. The function f and g defined by f here and gh, the graph in the x above, the graph of h and f and g intersect the points k0 and minus k0. What is the value for k? The value for k is the intersection between fx and gh, and of course is always corresponding to y equal to 0. So I can put the two functions equal together. and h will be equal to plus and minus 1 over 2 for k. Yes, so k will be equal to b here. If the expression above is rewritten in the form of b plus a and plus bi, so what is the value of a? And you know about the complex number form is b, we call it the real part, and a we call it the real part, and b we call it the image part. And you have the number of i's will be appear in the denominator, so I've been using the conjunction. I mean a minus b times with a plus b equal to a square minus 4b square. So I want to cancel cancel the number of I in the denominator, so I will multiply both numerator and denominator with the conjunction of the denominator. The conjunction here we have the minus, so the conjunction is plus 2i, and 3 plus 2i, and we expand the numerator, I minus 3i and minus 2i squared. Don't forget that I square equal to minus 1, not 1. So we have here is minus b plus a plus b, so b square, a square minus b square is mean 9 minus 4i squared. So I square equal to minus 1, so here is minus 2 times minus 1 is plus 2, plus 2, 24, 26. 12 here, so 2 plus 1i, and the answer is A. In the quadratic equation above k and p are the constant, what is the solution of h? And I change this one become to the quadratic equation, and I using the discriminant for solve. B squared is minus 4ac, k is minus 2 square minus 4a and c. I mean k square plus sp. So h1 will be equal to minus b is mean k divided by 2 plus square root of the k square divided by 4 plus sp and divided by 2. So one of them have k divided by 4 plus something in here. So when I want to put 1 over 4 outside, k square inside the bracket, and the coefficient for p here is 32, not 8 anymore, because we have the 1 over 4 will be outside this bracket, and 32 divided by 4 equal to sp. So when I want to take the factorizing 1 over 4 outside the bracket, so here you have to change in this number, and here is 2. So continue. When I take the 1 over 4 outside, 1 over 4 will become to 1 over 2, and outside the radical 2 here, and what final step, 1 over 4 of k squared plus 32p. That's why I have the answer is B. I saw 32 in this P. Okay. Question 16. Do you have the triangular self system with a triangle so hard? The total head of the system is 18 inches, and there are the 3 parallel shelves. But what is the maximum height in the inch, and the sample bottom that can stand upright on the middle of the shelf? Okay, we have here is just like a triangular, so this side has to be equal to this one, and I will compare to the height, because we have this angle, this triangle, and this triangle, and the bigger triangle will be similarity because all angles in the triangle here is equal. So I can imagine that we have the ratio between the first part, second part, and the third part is 2, 3, and 1. So that's why we have the length of this one is 2 part. Here is 3 unit and here is 1 unit. The ratio or proportion. So the total of them will be 6. And 6 units in here will be corresponding to the height, 18 inch. So 1 unit will be corresponding to 18 divided by 6, 3 inch. And the bottom in the meter cell will be 3 unit, I mean 9, because 3 times 3 equal to 9. So the final answer for this question is 9. The triangle above the side of x 0.6, what is the cosine of y? This is in the right triangle, so x plus y will be equal to 60. We have the formula between the angles supplementary. We have the formula of angles complementary. I mean, if two angle is complementary, sine of this angle will be equal to cos of the other one, or sine of the other one will be equal to cos of this one. So when sine x equal to 0.6, the sine of h will be equal to cos of y, because two sine here is complementary. So cos x will be equal to 0.6 also. Question 18. What is the real value for x in the equivalent above 2? For the cube equation, you have two ways to solve. First of them is you factorizing, and the second, you can substitute the value of x is equal to easy number to substitute. Multiply 1, 2, 3, minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, and then you can count in your mind about the solution. And in this equation, I will try the factorizing first. A cube and 5x squared, I will take the x squared outside. And here you got 2 outside. So x squared plus 2, x minus 5. It's quite easy to solve now, because this bracket cannot be equal to 0, because x squared always greater than or equal to 0, and x squared plus 2 have to be greater than or equal to 2. So it cannot be equal to 0. Just only by the remainder bracket, x have to be equal to 5. For this equation can be equal to 0. So the final answer for this one is 5. What is the solution to the system of equation above? What is the value of x? The value for x, substitution method for simultaneous equation. I will substitute. I will multiple this one. Oh no, I'm using the elimination method. Sorry, I will multiple the first equation with 2. You have the minus 6x plus si y and 40 here. So I will add 2 equations together. Minus 6x plus 6x 0x, x plus 3 11y, 20 plus 15, so when y equal to 5, you got 8 times y equal to 40, and h will be equal to 0, because minus 6x equal to 0. So 0 is final answer for 19. And the last one, the mesospheres of the layer Earth's atmosphere between the 15 km and 85 km above the Earth's surface. At the distance of the 20 km from the first surface, the temperature is minus 5 Celsius, and the distance 80 km from the Earth, the temperature atmosphere is minus 80 degrees. Celsius. So every addition 3 km from a surface of the temperature of the atmosphere degree K Celsius, where K is a constant. Okay, let's take the graph. We have the distance and you have the temperature. The distance you have here is 50 km. It corresponds to minus 5 degree. So when it's moved to the 80 degree, 80 distance, 18 kilometer, and it becomes to here. So from 15 to 80, you move to 30 kilometer, but minus 5, and here you decrease 75 degree. So 30 kilometer will corresponding to 75 degree. So when just care about the 10 kilometer, how many degree you got in here? From 30 move to 10, you divide by 3. So 75 becomes to the question mark here, I divide by 3. 75 divided by 3, you got 25. So the 25 is my final answer. Okay, thank you so much for watching my video, and don't forget like, share and subscribe if you think this video will be useful for you for learning SAT online. Thank you so much, and I have a good best for you for SAT test. Thank you so much.